A brand new DLC pack has been released for Planet Coaster, the Vintage Pack, but is it worth £8? Let's find out as we take a look at all the new content added to the game. Hello everybody, I'm Pixolian and welcome back to Planet Coaster. Now today we're going to be checking out the brand new Vintage Pack from Planet Coaster that costs $7.99 on Steam and is available for download right now. But is it worth paying that money for some new rides? Let's find out what the pack exactly adds and whether you should get it or not. So we're going to start off with the coasters. Now here they are. As now only 2 of them come with the pack. One of them you get for free with an update, which everyone will get. That comes along with other stuff such as vending machines and some other stuff as well. And that one, the free one, is that one. So we're going to go over everything here and see what they're all like and see what it adds. So the first coaster here we have the Zephyrus or whatever. I can't pronounce it. And this is it's the same. It's a normal wooden coaster except it's got a different train design, as you can see here. It's a very classic one. They've all got the same long lap bars. It says here on the Steam page that it is inspired from designs back from the 1920s. So it's very classic, very old, and yeah, you can now make coasters in Planet Coaster with them. They look very nice. As you can see here, everything else is the same really. When you go to edit them, you can do most of the same stuff you can with the other wooden coasters in the game, both the GCI Millennium Flyer trains and the old classic CCI one as well. But yeah, you can all the same lift hills, non-inverting elements there. Obviously you can't go upside down, but you can't anyway with wooden coasters. So it's just all standard really. So that's the Zephyrus. This one here is the Mouse Hunt. Now this is the roller coaster that comes with a free update in the game, so it doesn't actually come in with the pack. So you might be wondering why it's included with this pack tour. Well, I wanted to just include it just so you know that this is also in it, and it is a new ride. So I wanted to show it off as well. It's got mouse trains here. You can also have very sharp corners. You can only go around corners this size as well, which is interesting. If we go into here. You see, you can only go 90 degrees. You can make them bigger actually with this, so I kind of lied there, but you can make it bigger. You can't make it that small, or it's a bit too small, that one. If you turn it off at angles now, let's see what happens out of interest. No, it's exactly the same. And you can go down like that as well. So you can have some quite sharp ones. You can remake Black Ball's Wild Mouse if you want. That classic ride that got taken down this year. Big shame. Here we go. We've got a few other elements here. You can have 180 degree turns if you want. You got S-bends as well. That could look quite cool. So yeah, that's the Wild Mouse really. Let's do a little test run just so you can see how it performs. Let me just make it so we have a little bit of a drop here. Turn angle, snap it back on. So there we go. We've got a few elements down here. Okay, a little bit of an airtime hill maybe. There we go. Just not really making this look great. Just just having some random tracking to see how it would look. Drop there and just fling it in the air. Yeah, good. Let's test that and see what this kind of coaster type's like. You can have multiple cars per train, but you don't have a minimum of 3, which is strange. Blackpool's one, you can have like single cars. But we'll go with what it default says. So let's test it and see how it works. Oh no, I lied. They send them one at a time. That's quite strange actually. I mean, sure. You'd think they'd just have it be so that as one train, which doesn't make much sense at all really. But oh well. It might make sense to other people. So they go quite fast. They pick up speed quite quickly, actually, don't they? I guess they are single cars, and then they go straight down. So it'd be quite uncomfortable in real life, this kind of coaster, wouldn't it? And then it goes flying off. So that is the Wild Mouse. Stop that. There we go. Now the next ride is one of my favourites. This is a wooden bobsleigh coaster, and it looks so nice. I've already made one of these in my other park, which I've been doing. Not the one you guys are seeing on the channel, but my personal one. I really enjoy this ride. Problem I had with it was adding multiple trains. You can also add another one into the station here, which I've done, and to spread them out, I've made a departure interval bigger. But with the block breaks, it was quite hard to do because, like if you wanted to make a mid or straight one, you could do that. But obviously with this, you'd have to end it and then probably make another lift hill. Probably be the most realistic way of designing it. But yeah, you can figure it out. So let's test it and see what we got. So it comes in different trains. You can have a minimum of 3, I think it is. So up the lift hill it goes. We'll just speed up a little bit to get it up there. And then it sort of just freely goes down the track. Like that. There we go. And crash. Okay, nice. Let's just show you some more stuff, how it works. So you can do, it's all sort of standard, but you may be wondering there's no helix bit. But what you do is if you turn it around, then you'll get the option to helix it. So you can only helix it if you're going around a corner, which is interesting. Let's just do this, and just so you can see what it's like when it goes around corners. There you go. And then to end the bobsleigh bit, you click this, and then it ends it, and you go back to this kind of track again. So let's show you what this is like. So down it goes. Very small cars as well. So it goes right up to the side, which is really cool. And then you go right down here, and go back to the track. So that's a really cool ride. I do like that coaster type very much. So for me, it's already worth getting the pack because I really like the wooden bobsleigh. Will we get a steel one in the future, like Avalanche at Blackpool? Who knows? So they are the coasters. Obviously, this one's not in the pack, so remember that. You get that anyway. But you get these two ones, and I really do like this one. It's a nice style train as well. But obviously, it's the same coaster type as if it would load. Why has it done that? Excuse me. Oh, there we go. A bit laggy there. It's a bit strange. Obviously, it's exactly the same coaster type as these two. The GCI one and the CCI one, or the PTC ones, or other wooden coaster manufacturers are available. But yeah, it's nice to have another skin. I guess you can have, or another train design. But yeah. So now we're going to move on to the flat rides. Here they all are. We've got some nice fairground rides here. So this one here is called the Round the World, which is like a Ferris wheel, but I think the cars spin. I've not actually seen one of these before, so it'll be interesting. Let's have a look at what it does, shall we? Let's go into cinematic mode. Oh, that's not cinematic mode, that's seat view. Does it actually spin round? I think they... don't they? Well, they're just sort of... they're spinning a little bit. Maybe they don't go upside down. But they are rotating a little bit on the sides. Oh, they do go upside down. That one went upside down. Yeah, some of them are going upside down. So yes, it's kind of like a... does it get any faster? Or does it just say the same speed? Yeah, some of them do roll. That's quite cool then. Quite a nice little ride that. Can you make it so it like goes upside down? Where's sequence? Here it is. Oh yes, it's got slow spins and quick spins. There you go. That did a complete flip. That one. Oh, there. Look at that one go. Okay, yeah. So that does spin quite a lot then. That's quite cool. So yeah, let's get on to the next ride, shall we? The next one here is called the Loop de Loop. And basically what this is you sit in these cars and it spins round. Quite generic, but it looks quite cool, very classic. Nice little bell ring there. And then, yeah, it's kind of like the inverter ride. I think that's what it's called in Planet Coaster. Like the one at Drayton Manor. What's that called? Pandemonium, that's it. Kind of like that, but a lot more classic and a lot more older and a lot more smaller as well. Yeah, that's quite nice, that one. Let's wait till it does a complete loop. Come on. You can do it this time. No? Okay. Come on. It must loop. I mean, it's got the name Loop the Loop. It must loop. Come on. Oh, there we go. Close. Okay. Come on. Bit more. And there we go. Oh, no. Still not close enough. Go on. You can do it. There we go. And it made it. Yeah, it's a really cool ride, that. It's just sort of does some spins. And there we go. So that's that. It's got a nice motor sound as well. And then... peace and quiet. Here we have the next ride, which is Test Flight. Now this, I think, is just like you sit in here and it just sort of spins out, like sort of not spins, like flies out when it gets enough speed. That's quite a cool ride as well. It's probably more kids friendly, isn't it? Well, it's the same excitement's the same as that one, roughly. Yeah. Let's see what happens. If it's just this, probably spins a bit more fast, doesn't it? Can they actually control if they go up high or not? Oh, does it just do it for them? Oh, oh, you can... ah, right. It's not family friendly then, is it? Because you can spin it upside down. Or I don't think they can, but it does anyway. So that's an interesting ride if it spins you upside down. That's quite cool. That's kind of like... the... what are they called? The air race sort of rides. I'll get a picture one on the screen because I can't remember what the manufacturer of those are. But it's a lot like them. It's kind of... except they're not as spinning as far around, just sort of spinning in one go. Yeah, it's quite a cool ride that. Never seen one of them before. I might have done, but it might not have been plain design. These I have seen. This is a classic waltzer ride. Not a waltzer ride. I got that completely wrong, didn't I? Hey, shut up now. Shut up now. There we go. What is it? Sizzler rides. That's it, innit? Yeah. These are fun rides. Can be quite uncomfortable if you have someone large next to you, but apart from that, so around they go. Look at them go. Quite a generic ride though, but they're all like fairground rides. It's a really nice thing to have in your park. You want to make a little fairground. Quite cool addition to your park. So all of these. So yeah, that's really it. It just goes round. Probably gets a bit fast as well if we just speed up a little bit. There you go. Oh no, that ends. Oh, it goes backwards as well. There you go. Good to know. Right, next one we have one of these rides. I do quite like. They're called the Centrum. So we test it. They all stand up. You're not actually strapped on this. It was something you might be strapped onto. But the ones and the ones I've been on in this one, don't get strapped on, which is quite cool. So what it does is it spins around, as you can see, and then when it gets enough spinning action, it will lift up. So you're going like that, and it keeps you in place somehow with gravity, which is quite a cool feeling. So it is quite scary as well. You know, the fact you're not strapped in and you're going 90 degrees with, you know, just standing up. It's quite weird and a little bit scary as well. So it gets quite a lot of spin to keep you in there, and then when it gets enough spinning, it will go up. It shouldn't be too much longer now. There it goes. It's going up. So it starts to getting all weird angly, and eventually it'll get up to its full 90 degrees angle. Nearly there. Not really. Keep going. Still not there. The amount of notifications we get saying the rides aren't connected, I know. Well, that's interesting. This ride doesn't actually go fully 90 degrees. Anyway, so they're the flat rides in this pack. They're all very nice classic rides, which is very cool. Now here we're going to quickly go on to this. Now this is the path extras. Now there's no new shops as far as I could tell. But in the update, why are the menus being so slow at the minute? That's so strange. But you got, like, in the free update, you've got these claw crane machines and vending machines, stuff that's quite cool. These are some vintage ones. We've got a vintage popcorn dispenser thing here. It's quite cool. A vintage fortune teller, which is quite cool. There's some of them's at Fort Park with Dan Brown in it. We've got a claw machine here, a vintage claw machine with King Coaster in it, I think he's called. And we've got a vintage gumball machine. I think that's called, yeah, gumball. So yeah, so they're all quite cool. Nice little things to have in your park. This is quite cool. These are the scenery items in the game. Here we have a little Planet Coaster show. Vintage band. Sounds quite nice, actually. Yeah, that's right. You better move your hats. The question is, are these animatronics or I think they're actually real people? Obviously not in the game, obviously, but some of these animatronics. The pilot one's animatronics. Very cool. Now this, you might have seen them around here. This is dandelion seeds, which is a special effect. You see some of these going around here. That looks quite cool. If you have like a big main street, you have these falling down. It's very cool. That. Now this is like I really like. You can get every letter in the alphabet of these classic signs. It's really cool. So as you can see, I've written down the channel name, the best channel name on YouTube, obviously. I joke, of course. So yeah, it's very cool. You can make whatever word you want. As I'll show you that in here if you're going to scenery. Okay, another laggy menu. There they all are. So yeah, so they're very cool. There's a lot more other scenery items in here as well than the ones I've got out. So there's some decorative shapes and stuff. So it's quite cool to have. There's a penguin there. And an elephant. I might put some of them down actually. Put some of them down. A penguino. There you go. And we'll have an elephant. There we go. Look at them. Also bandstand. That's quite cool. Didn't see that before. What you could do is if you did it right, you could get these on the bandstand. Ah, that's quite cool, doesn't it? I mean, it gets cuts on the roof a little bit there, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, so here we've got like an archway thing over here, which is quite cool. Could be used for like a crazy golf course maybe, if you can make one of those. Yeah, that's quite cool, that. Over here we've got a vintage car in the back here, vintage cab. Well, not a cab, just a car. Some Victorian lampposts, which is quite cool. And there's another one over there as well. There it is. And we've got one carousel horse here as well. Which is quite cool. So that's a lot of scenery stuff. There's obviously a lot more in it as well. I'm not going over everything. But now I'm going to go on to the building pieces. Now these 3 buildings behind are ones that came with, they're like ones Frontier have made and came with the pack. But I just thought, instead of, you know, I must have moved it, I needed to move this down. But it looked quite cool, very classic buildings, you know. You can make a big castle out of these as well. Nice castle elements as well could be worked with them. So yeah, a lot of these nice cool buildings. Shows off some of the pieces in it. You got like balconies, you got these columns. Yeah, quite nice. Other building pieces in the pack. Let's drag this right up. Make sure, yep, one vintage. So you can get all these stuff. So you've got all these like decorative trim stuff, some pillar bases and pillars. You've got coaster doors for clown face. That looks quite cool. Could be quite creepy as well. If making a ghost train themed to a circus, could be quite creepy. Clown face archway. Look at that. That's pretty creepy. Love that. We've got tin panel roof decoration. That looks like a light to me, but that could be quite Asian actually, couldn't it? It could be Asian, that. Anyway, we've got loads of these different dome for roofs and stuff. Oh, that's massive. Okay, that could look quite like sort of can't really know what it's called, but like sort of like kind of Indian maybe. I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to find the exact architecture name of that at some point. Yeah, look, got some tin panel walls, which look quite rainbowy, very strange. Some columns, some vintage signs. You can see them quite a lot at old like fairgrounds and stuff, which is quite cool. A wooden balcony, that's quite nice. I think that's probably on here somewhere, isn't it? Or oh no, they're not. You can have that up there somewhere maybe. Look quite cool. We've got some vintage paintings. Oh, I didn't get to see that. Whoops. It's hard to see that in the light, isn't it? So there we go. That's quite cool. Yeah, some very cool things in here as well. I do like some of these stuff. So that's all I've got time for in this video. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and comment below what you enjoyed about it, and also what else you'd like to see on the channel in the future. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be notified every time I upload. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!